you awesome bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs. My name is Little Wolf, and this is my den. Merry meet and happy Yuletime once again, and welcome to my den. As always, wipe your paws and have a seat by the fire. There's coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. Before we get started, I'd like to thank all of you wonderful people and creatures for visiting. I now have 50 plus subscribers, and that's more than I thought I'd ever have. And I'm still trying to find my trot with all of this. It means a lot to have you folks to talk to and share my random thoughts with, and to just kick back and relax. Speaking of random, this week I thought I'd travel down a different path in the woods of my brain and take you along. Just stay close, there are some strange things roaming in this mind, and today's topic is a very good reason for those things. I really dislike silence, and I always have since I was a pup. So to fill the void, I have tried many things, from audiobooks to podcasts, a bit of music, and a lot of audio dramas. And I think the first audio book I can remember as a child was one of the Berenstain Bears ones, where they go to the doctor, and it came with an audio cassette where on one side it would have a little jingle when you were supposed to turn the page, and then on the next side it had just the story being read to you. And then what really got me into audio plays was a friend of mine in Wisconsin had a copy of A War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells on CD, and I borrowed it from him and meant to copy it onto a tape, but I wound up keeping the CD. But ever since then, I've always loved having audio dramas or audio books playing, and I've found so many of them. And usually around the beginning of fall, I feel compelled to download old radio dramas ranging from comedy to sci-fi. The great thing about radio dramas and their age are there are so many to dig through. Shows like X-1, Beyond Tomorrow, and Dimension X help shape a lot of our favorite TV shows and movies. Others, like Lights Out, The Whistler, and Weird Circle, can be used to fill the macabre void. And you have your handful of superhero ones like Superman, Flash Gordon, and Buck Rogers. I've spent many hours walking through the woods or trying to sleep with many of these shows playing in the background. I was able to dig up a pot full of the holiday episodes that I'd like to share with you. So gather your pups, cubs, and other loved ones to enjoy. Enjoy. Pour some tea or coffee or drink a choice to relax, and allow your imaginations to wander. Many that I found were very long, or even longer than I thought you'd like to sit down and listen. So I picked a couple of short ones made just for the pups right now. But we all have an inner young pup that needs to be let out and have fun. The first two are from a little series called the Cinnamon Bear series, which was made exactly for this time of year. It's the times between turkey and presents. These are the first two episodes to give you and your young'uns a taste of what it is like, and if you enjoy and want to continue, there will be a link posted. The final one is from a little-known artist named Mel Blanc. I'm sure you have no idea who I'm talking about, huh? Well, at least some of the pups might not. This man filled lots of our childhoods with laughter and memories of a balding hunter chasing a rabbit and a duck, to a whirlwind tornado of a creature from the down under and a Martian that wants to blow up the Earth. And once again, there are a few other Christmas episodes that I could have put in the show, but it would have made it a longer show than I would like to intend it to be. But let me know in the comments what you think of my shows. Would you prefer longer ones or shorter ones? Or are they just fine the way they are? So, let's go ahead and kick it off with the Cinnamon Bear. But let's go ahead and give a quick little summary of what the plot is for this story so we can't all be lost. The story focused on Judy and Jimmy Barton, who go to an enchanted world of Maybeland to recover their missing silver star that belongs on their Christmas tree. Helping in the search is the Cinnamon Bear, a stuffed bear with shoe-button eyes and a green ribbon around his neck. They meet other memorable characters during their quest, including the crazy quilt dragon, who repeatedly tries to take the star for himself, the Winter Green Witch, Fee-Fo the Giant, and Santa Claus. The episodes begin at Thanksgiving and end at Christmas, with one episode airing each night. So, sit back, close your eyes, and let your imaginations take over.
And here's the Cinnamon Bear.
This is the story of the Cinnamon Bear and his very marvelous adventures with Judy and Jimmy Barton. But we can't very well meet the Cinnamon Bear until we meet Judy and Jimmy. They are twins, and they live in a big, old-fashioned house. At this very minute, they're in the upstairs sitting room. And from all I can hear, Judy and Jimmy are busily engaged in that very pleasant task of writing letters to Santa Claus. Let's listen.
How are you getting along with your letter, Jimmy?
Oh, pretty well. I guess I've got about everything down here.
Now, don't go asking for everything the way you did last year.
Oh, you girls are all alike. I bet you if we counted the things in your letter and the things in mine, you'd have the most.
I bet you I wouldn't either.
You would.
Well, I won't argue about it. But I bet you my letter's more dignified than yours. Now, stop bothering me so I can finish it. Let me see. P.S. And Santa, there's just one thing more I'd like. A nice red V.L. That's not right. Jimmy, how do you spell velocipede?
Velocipede. V.A. Oh, you're too old for a velocipede anyway.
I guess maybe you're right.
Judy,
Jimmy.
Yes, Mother.
Right here, Mother.
Have you finished those letters to Santa Claus yet?
Yes.
That's good, because we've something very important to do.
What's that, Mother?
What do you suppose I have in these cardboard boxes here?
I know. Our Christmas tree ornaments.
Yes. And you promised us we could help you go through them to see if any of them were broken.
Right.
Oh, let's hurry, Mother. I can't wait.
Just a minute. I'll put them right here on the table.
Oh, boy.
I hope that little pink Santa Claus didn't get broken.
We'll see.
Oh. Aren't they beautiful?
I'll say. I like those big gold ones especially.
Everything seems to be pretty much in order. All the tinsel is here, the lights. Everything seems to be here except,
Except what, Mother?
well, I can't see the silver star anywhere.
You mean the big one we always put way up on top of the tree?
Yes, but I don't see it in any of the boxes.
Oh, gee, Mom. I'd feel most awful if anything happened to that old silver star.
Me too. Well, we've had it on top of our tree for years and years. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without the silver star.
Now, don't cry, Judy. It's probably just misplaced. I remember Uncle Jed took some things up to the attic last year after Christmas. Perhaps he put it away up there.
Could we go up and look for it, Mother?
I don't like to have you running around in that old attic. You might get hurt. Besides, it's too cold.
But, Mother, please. We've just got to find the silver star, and we have our sweaters on.
All right. But you've got to promise to be careful and not stay too long.
We won't, Mother. Honest, we won't. Where should we look first?
If Uncle Jed put it away, it's probably in that big trunk in the corner by the window. Be careful you don't hurt your fingers when you open it.
We'll be careful. Come on, Jimmy.
Okay, here we go up the stairs.
Now, don't run, children. You might fall and get hurt.
All right, Mother dear. Fasten up the fraidy cat.
Gee willikers. They sure are steep stairs.
Yeah. They're a lot steeper than Mary Louise has in her house.
I bet these are the steepest stairs in the world.
Sure they are.
Whew. Here we are. I beat and you're a fraidy cat.
You didn't either, Beat. I got here at the same time, and I'm not a fraidy cat.
All right, then we both beat.
Okay. But if we both beat, who is a fraidy cat?
Oh, Charlie Simpson's a fraidy cat.
Yeah. Gee, there sure is a lot of stuff up in this attic.
Yeah, just look at all those suitcases and boxes and things.
Yeah. And there's that old spinning wheel and the music box. And
Oh, Judy, there's the old trunk Mother told us to look in.
must be awful full of things. The top is enclosed all the way down.
Well, you get on one side, Judy, and I'll get on the other. And then we can both lift at the same time.
All right, Jimmy. Gee, that was kind of heavy. Oh, look, Jimmy. There's one of those old crazy quilts right on top. Take it off and we'll see what's underneath.
Okay. There. Smells like mothballs, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. Do you see the silver star anyplace?
Just a lot of old clothes and stuff. Let's lift this top thing out. Come on, Judy, help me.
All right.
Now, let's see. Say, here's a small box of ornaments.
But they're all broken, Jimmy. And the silver star isn't there.
Gee, here's one that's not broken. It's a pretty little airplane. It's made out of gold glass or something.
We'd better take that downstairs with us. Why don't you put it someplace where it won't get broken?
I'd better, I guess. I'll just set it on top of this old dresser here. Find anything else, Judy?
You bet. Look at this, Jimmy. A little teddy bear with a green ribbon around his neck. Gee, he isn't any more than 4 inches high. I wonder where he came from.
I don't know. Look what I found, Judy. A real honest-to-goodness telescope. Isn't it a dandy?
It's scrumptious. I bet that belonged to Uncle Jed when he was a sailor.
I bet so, too. It sure is a wonderful telescope. When I look through it, everything seems a million times bigger. Boy, I bet if I was out on the roof, I could see clear over to England.
Farther than that, maybe. You know what, Jimmy?
What?
This teddy bear is the teeniest one I've ever seen.
Sure is. Say, Judy, I bet if we looked at him through this telescope, he'd be a lot bigger.
Let's see, shall we? I'll lean him against the back of the trunk and you look.
All right. Now, just wait till I get it fixed. Jiminy crickets!
What do you see, Jimmy?
Willikers! He looks bigger than anything. Take a look, Judy.
Let me see. Goodness! He is big, isn't he? Why, he looks almost as big as we are, only he really isn't.
If you'd move over a little, Judy, we could both look at the same time. There. That's it. Can you see him?
Plain as day.
Judy, he moved. The bear moved. Didn't you see him moving?
I thought I did, but...
Sure he moved. Gosh.
Hurrah!
Judy, listen. He made a noise.
Maybe it was just a creaky board.
No, it wasn't any creaky board. It was that bear. And I'm going to talk back to him.
Oh, Jimmy, maybe you better hadn't.
Oh, don't get scared. He can't hurt you. He's really only 4 inches high. Hey, you teddy bear.
Garoo!
Oh,
Did you hear him, Judy? Did you hear him? He growled at me.
ooh, he did, didn't he? Say, Jimmy, ask him if he's a really, truly live, real bear.
All right. Hey, teddy bear, tell us, who are you?
I'm the cinnamon bear with the shoe button eyes, and I'm looking for someone to take by surprise. I go prowling and growling each night after dark, but the folks say my growl's just a cinnamon bark. Though I growl,
Garah!
and I growl,
Garoo!
my victims only say, oh, who's afraid of you? I'm the cinnamon bear with the shoe button eyes, and I'm huffy and fluffy and tough for my size. I devour lots of honey and cinnamon buns, just to make me ferocious, but nobody runs. Now I'll growl,
Garah!
and I'll growl,
Garoo!
and if you'll act afraid, I'm much obliged to you.
Oh, that was wonderful, Cinnamon Bear.
Garah!
Jimmy, let's pretend we're really afraid, huh? It'll make him feel good.
Oh, all right.
Oh, don't give us a scare like that again, Mr. Bear.
Garah!
Oh, Judy, I'm scared.
Garoo!
Oh, Jimmy, hold my hand tight.
Sure, and did I really frighten you?
Terribly.
You just about scared the daylights out of us.
Well, I promise not to frighten you any more. That is, not until me ferocious nature gets the better of me again. Now, would you be kind enough to tell me your names? I always keep a record of the people I scare.
I'm Jimmy.
And I'm his sister, Judy.
I'm much obliged to meet you, I'm sure. My name's Paddy O'Sullivan.
That sounds Irish.
Sure, I'm slightly Irish. That's why I wear this green ribbon around me neck. But tell me, what are you two doing up here?
Well, we lost the silver star that goes on top of the Christmas tree.
Have you ever seen it, Cinnamon Bear?
A silver star? Did it have 5 points?
Well, I think so.
Sure, I've seen it lots of times.
Oh, show us where the silver star is, Cinnamon Bear.
Oh, it's not here now. It's gone.
Gone?
Oh, dear. What shall we ever do now?
Oh, who took it?
Why, the crazy quilt dragon, to be sure.
Who is he?
Oh, just a dragon. Not a very good one at that. He's terribly fond of shiny, bright things. Every day for the past month he's been running into the trunk to admire the silver star. And this afternoon it got the best of him, I guess. He just upped and ran off with it.
Oh, now we'll never, never see the silver star again.
Here, now, don't carry on like that. You can get the silver star back. Well, maybe.
How?
By going after the crazy quilt dragon. Chase him. I'll help you.
Will you really?
Oh, sure I will. Crazy Quilt's no great friend of mine. And besides, you were both very obliging and got perfectly terrified when I growled at you.
Oh, you're the most wonderful Cinnamon Bear in the whole wide world.
It's very nice of you to say it.
Well, if we're going to catch up with the crazy quilt dragon, we better get going.
Where do you think he went, Patty?
Well, if I know Crazy Quilt, he probably headed for the Lollipop Mountains.
The Lollipop Mountains? Well, how do we get there?
You see that little hole in the wall by the music box?
Yes.
Well, we just pop right through there.
Oh, but Patty, Judy and I can't get through that little hole.
Oh, yes, you can. It's very simple, really. All you and Judy have to do is degrow.
What do you mean, degrow?
Oh, just degrow. Get smaller and smaller and smaller until you're only 4 inches high, like me.
Gosh, we can't do that. Why, it's impossible.
Nothing's impossible. I can show you how to do it in a jiffy.
Phew, that sounds most magical.
Willikers, show us how, Patty. Quick.
All right. Now listen very carefully, and I'll tell you how to degrow.
Well, well, if the Cinnamon Bear can show Judy and Jimmy how to degrow until they're only 4 inches high, then as Judy says, it really will be most magical. And maybe they'll be able to catch the crazy quilt dragon and recapture their precious silver star after all. Anyway, be sure to listen next time and find out just how the Cinnamon Bear manages to make Judy and Jimmy only 4 inches high.
And here's the Cinnamon Bear.
Now on we go with the story of Judy and Jimmy and the Cinnamon Bear. If you'll remember, the twins went up into the attic to hunt for a missing Christmas tree ornament, the Silver Star. While searching through an old trunk, they found a little toy cinnamon bear only 4 inches tall. But when they looked at him through the big telescope, he got very much larger and started to talk to them. What's more, he told Judy and Jimmy that he could show them how to degrow until they were just as small as he, so they could all chase the crazy quilt dragon who had stolen their beautiful Silver Star out of the trunk. At this very minute, Judy is mighty anxious to learn all about this business of degrowing.
Please hurry and tell us how to get small, Cinnamon Bear.
Of course, of course. Well, it's really quite simple, you know. It's all in the way you look at it. Now, just, pardon me a moment. Do you mind very much if I make one special growl at this spider here? He's been making faces at me, and it's very distracting.
All right, but please hurry.
It won't take a second. 1, 2, grrrah. He ran so fast you could hear him whistle. That's a most effective growl, don't you think?
Of course. It's wonderful, Cinnamon Bear. But we've just got to get smaller right away, or we'll never get Crazy Quilt.
Oh, yes. Let's see now. As I was saying, it's all in the way you look at it. We're only as big as we see we are.
I don't understand what you mean, Cinnamon Bear.
Well, you're used to seeing yourself the way you are now, about 4.5 feet high. Now, when you look at me through the small end of the telescope, I'm big, aren't I?
Uh-huh.
When you look through the small end, things look bigger. But if you turn the telescope around and look through the big end, they look smaller.
Oh.
Now, Jimmy, you take the telescope and look at Judy through the big end.
All right. Now hold still, Judy. Oh, my goodness, but you're little. Why, you're no bigger than Cinnamon Bear.
Let me look at you, Jimmy. I bet you're just as tiny as I am. Oh, Jimmy, you're only about 4 inches high. Really?
There. Now, the only thing you children have to do to be small is to see yourselves that way.
But how are we going to do that, Cinnamon Bear?
Yes, that's what I'd like to know. We can see each other through the telescope, all right. But how can we see ourselves?
Sure, and it's simple. The first thing you do is put the telescope up on top of that dresser over there. The one with the looking glass. Fix it so the small end is next to the looking glass. And then look at yourselves through the big end. And presto chango, you'll be as small as me.
Isn't it fun, Jimmy? Regular magic.
Sure is all right. Now come on and help me put this telescope on top of the dresser. It's pretty heavy. There. We're all set now.
Now, wait. I almost forgot something. I'd appreciate you putting me on the top of the dresser before you degrow. I'll have a hard time getting up there by myself.
Of course, Cinnamon Bear. Just hang on to my finger tight.
Okay.
And up you go.
Thank you, Judy. Now you two can look through the telescope.
All right.
There. Why, I can see you and me, Judy.
So can I. And we look so tiny, Oh!
Gee willikers.
You feel funny, Jimmy?
Awful funny.
Phew. Here we are. Why, we're at the other end of the telescope.
And look how big everything is. Why, look way over there, Judy. The trunk seems as big as a mountain.
And just a minute ago, we were taller than it is.
Well, how do you like being only 4 inches high?
All right, I guess. Sure is funny, though. I wonder what Mother would say if she could see us now, Judy.
She probably couldn't see us unless she looked awful hard.
Oh, we better get started now if we want to catch the crazy quilt dragon. He's got a pretty big head start.
Where do we go, Cinnamon Bear?
Right through that hole in the wall.
What? Well, we were down on the floor a while ago. It was only a tiny little hole. Now it looks like a tunnel.
That's exactly what it is, Judy. A tunnel. And it leads to Maybeland.
Maybeland? But you said the crazy quilt dragon probably headed for the Lollipop Mountains.
Sure, and the Lollipop Mountains are located in Maybeland. Come on, let's get started.
Oh, dear. How are we ever going to get down off this big high dresser, Cinnamon Bear?
In me aeroplane, to be sure.
Why, look, Judy. Over on the other side of the dresser. It's that gold glass airplane I found in the trunk.
Only now it's great big.
But Cinnamon Bear, we can't go anywhere in that. Why, it's only a Christmas tree ornament.
That's where you're very mistaken, Jimmy. That happens to be me very own extra private airplane, and it flies beautifully.
It does?
It certainly does. Absolutely. And if you want to know what, I once made a transroute beer oceanic flight in it. Come along now.
Why, look, Judy. It has a motor and everything. What does it run on, Cinnamon Bear?
All the motors in Maybeland run on soda pop. Now, you and Judy climb in first.
All right. Oh, gee. This is wonderful. When do we start?
In a second, Judy. Can you jiggle that lever while I get the propeller going, Jimmy?
Sure. This one?
That's right.
Oh, Jimmy, I'm so excited.
Contact.
Contact.
Won't be a minute now, and we'll be off for Maybeland. Here we go.
Whee!
Gee.
I'll just circle the room a couple of times, and then we'll head for the tunnel.
Oh, watch where you're flying, Cinnamon Bear. Just missed hitting the trunk.
I'm sorry, Judy. Hold tight now. Here we go into the tunnel.
It's awful dark in here. How can you see, Cinnamon Bear?
My shoe button eyes are especially good, you know. Anyway, it won't be dark for long. We're nearly through the tunnel already. Can't you see the light ahead?
Sure enough. Why, look, we're outside. Oh, Jimmy, isn't it wonderful?
Phew. Why, it's the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Is this what you call Maybeland?
Indeed.
Do lots of people live here?
Scads and scads of them. All kinds of dolls and little animals and funny creatures you probably never even heard of.
Are they all nice like you, Cinnamon Bear?
Some are rather bad, they tell me, but of course I haven't met all the inhabitants of Maybeland be a long way.
Oh, it's just like a dream. What is this place we're flying over now?
Those are the Lollipop Mountains, Judy. All those different colors you see down there are lollipop trees.
Look, is that the Crazy Quilt Dragon?
Where?
Way over there, on top of that shiny cliff.
Yes, sirree, it's Crazy Quilt, all right. And that's a cliff at the top of Looking Glass Valley. It's made entirely of looking glass. He probably picked the spot so he could bend over and admire his reflection. He's very vain.
Let's hurry and catch him.
We must be specially cautious. Mustn't let him know we're after him. We'd better circle over Looking Glass Valley, you know, just as if we were looking at the view, and then get around in back of him and take him by surprise.
That's a fine idea.
My, isn't it bright, Judy?
Just like looking up above you, 'cause it reflects the sky and everything.
Hello there!
Did you hear somebody call?
Yes, over there. Oh, me, it's that awful stork.
Stork?
Yes, Weary Willie, and he's a terrible nuisance. Always going around in short pants and bragging about his wonderful travels. You know, he's a globetrotter and he writes books, but don't pay any attention to him.
I say, hello there and cheerio.
It seems sort of impolite not to say hello to him.
Oh, very well, but I warn you, he's no good at all. No good at all. Hello, Weary Willie.
Greetings, my friends, greetings. Could you perchance accommodate a weary wayfarer in your airplane? I've wandered many a mile and I'm most fatigued.
Of course not, silly. You're bigger than our airplane is, and you leave us alone. We're busy.
Look, Jimmy, isn't he funny? He's wearing short pants like a mountain climber or something.
And look at those horn-rimmed glasses. Look at that silly hat with a feather in it. He's the funniest stork I ever saw.
Well, far be it from me to intrude where I am obviously not welcome. Of course, I cannot always expect people to be magnanimous or sensible of the extreme honor I am conferring on them by
Whatever in
offering
the
to
world
ride
is he talking about, Cinnamon Bear?
Don't pay any attention to him. He thinks he should talk that way because he has a diploma and writes books.
I'll overlook your insinuations, Paddy O'Cinnamon. If you cannot assist me in my flight, my young friends, perhaps you have the wherewithal to aid and abet in quenching my most ravenous thirst.
He means he's thirsty. Will you please go away, Weary Willie? We're in a very great hurry to catch the Crazy Quilt Dragon, who made off with a silver star that belongs to me friends.
Oh, indeed, a daring fellow, that Crazy Quilt.
Yes, and furthermore, the only liquid we have on board is the soda pop that runs the aeroplane. So scram.
Oh, soda pop. Delectable. What flavor?
Oh, raspberry.
Raspberry? Oh, that will do admirably.
What does he mean?
My goodness, he's drinking up all the soda pop gas.
That was delicious, my friends. Top hole. Thank you, thank you. Now I believe I'll just fly over and tell Crazy Quilt you're chasing him. Or perchance I should say we're chasing him. See you later. Pip, pip.
Oh, he's flying away, Cinnamon Bear. You bad old stork. Shame on you.
We're beginning to drop.
Don't be afraid. We'll make it all right.
We're going right down in Looking Glass Valley.
Yes, and I can see our reflection coming up to meet us. Whee!
Oh, gee.
Oh, Jimmy!
Hold tight.
Oh, my!
Are you all right, children?
Sure. That was nothing.
I'm all right, too, Cinnamon Bear. But I'm awful angry with that mean old Weary Willie stork.
So am I, and if I ever catch him, I'll make him molt where he doesn't expect to.
It sure puts us in a fix. How can we ever get out of this valley? Sides are all made of looking glass, and they're straight up and down.
I don't want to frighten you, children, but this is really more serious than you think. Really.
What do you mean, Cinnamon Bear?
Will you promise me not to get scared?
We promise. We're not afraid.
Well, I know all about this Looking Glass Valley. I flew down here last year and explored it from one end to the other, and I found out
What?
unless you have an aeroplane or can fly,
Yes?
there is absolutely, positively no way to get out.
My. Our adventurers really are in a pickle, aren't they? Out of soda pop gas on the shiny floor of Looking Glass Valley, with sides too steep to be climbed, and to make matters even more unbearable, the Crazy Quilt Dragon still has the Silver Star. Let's be sure to listen next time and see what becomes of Judy and Jimmy and the Cinnamon Bear.
hope you enjoyed that. It's always fun to go on an adventure. Unless you're a hobbit, then it just makes one bite for dinner. Now, let's move on to the Mel Blanc episode. In this one, he plays Santa Claus for a child to help him believe. There are a couple other Christmas episodes in this series, but this one felt most apt for this time of year. A few words about the Mel Blanc Show. Mel Blanc's success on the Jack Benny program led to his own radio show on the CBS radio network, The Mel Blanc Show, which ran from September 3rd, 1946 to June 24th, 1947. Blanc played himself as a hapless owner of a fix-it shop, as well as a wide range of comical support characters. Other regular characters were played by Mary Jane Croft, Joseph Kearns, Hans Conried, Ellen Reed, Earl Ross, Jim Backus, and B. Benneret. Mel Blanc was the voice of many popular cartoon characters, including Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Foghorn Leghorn, the Tasmanian Devil, Pepe Le Pew, Marvin the Martian, the Roadrunner, Meep Meep, and Barney Rubble and Woody Woodpecker. So, let's see how this one pans out.
From Hollywood, Colgate Tooth Powder presents The Mel Blanc Show with Mary Jane Croft, Joe Kearns, Jerry Hausner, Hans Conried, the Sportsman, Victor Miller and his orchestra, and starring the creator of the voice of Bugs Bunny.
What's up, Doc?
Yes, Colgate Tooth Powder for a breath that's sweet and teeth that sparkle brings you The Mel Blanc Show with Mel playing his new character, Zookie.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hi.
And starring himself in person, Mel Blanc. Hi, folks. Ugga, ugga, boo, ugga, boo, boo, ugga. Well, it's Christmas Eve, and in Mel Blanc's little town, all the I'll let it go until the last minute swains are feverishly buying gifts for their girlfriends. In the Furriers, we hear...
This is a beautiful fur coat. Fine, I'll take it with me.
And further down the street, we hear...
This is a beautiful handbag. Good. Wrap it up for me.
And still further down the street, where Mel Blanc is engaged in getting a gift for his girlfriend, Betty, we hear...
This is a beautiful watch. Thanks, but can't you loan me more than $5 on it?
So Mel pawned the watch, and now we find him back in the fix-it shop figuring up the amount he has for Betty's gift.
Now, let's see. I borrowed $5. I pawned the watch for $5. I closed out my savings account at the bank. That's another $1. $11. What can I get, Betty? Oh, I know. Every time I go to her house and we sit in the parlor, the lights go out. I ought to get her a flashlight. No, a flashlight isn't a gift for a woman. It isn't a gift for a man, either. It's really a gift for an usher. Oh, well, it's late. I better close the fix-it shop and buy the gift.
Hello, Mel.
Oh, hello, Betty. I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you'd be busy at your father's big Christmas party. How's it coming along?
Oh, fine. Except for Willie Murdoch. He's awfully fresh, you know. As soon as he came in, he tried to kiss me.
Kiss you? Why, I'll kill him.
Gosh, Mel, you should see how strong Willie is since he took those barbell exercises.
Strong? Well, Betty, it's a free country. Every man can do what he wants.
Oh,
Oh, Mel, when you talk like that, I sometimes think you don't love me at all.
Oh, you know I do, Betty. Gosh, if we were only married, how wonderful it would be.
Yes. Every Christmas we'd have a tree.
And I'd come down the chimney, and on the mantelpiece would be your stocking and my stocking.
And maybe another stocking, or two, or even three.
Betty, how many feet does your father have? Gee, I wish I'd been invited to your father's party.
Oh, well, Mel, that's what I come down here for.
To invite me?
Yes, in fact, Father said, Betty, I want to make it possible for Mel Blanc to feel the warmth of Christmas spirit.
Well, I don't know, Betty. Last time your father said that, he got me halfway to the furnace.
Don't be silly, darling. Come on, they must be looking for me at the party.
Okay, Betty. Oh, wait a minute. I got to get something very important. I'll tell you what. You go on, and I'll be there in a short while, huh?
Yeah, if it's that important, all right. I'll see you later, darling.
Bye. Oh, what can I get for Betty? Gosh, she sure is beautiful. She looks just like the cover girl on this month's Drill Press Digest. Miss Conveyor Belt of 1947.
Hello, Mel.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Bradley. Merry Christmas. What brings you in here at this late hour?
Well, Mel, you've been so nice all year fixing all of little Bobby's broken toys that I thought I'd bring you a Christmas present. Here.
Oh, gee. Thanks, Mrs. Bradley. Just what I've always wanted. $1 bill. Oh, there's some writing here. To Mel, a Merry Christmas and a Happy Henry Morgenthau Jr. Oh, I'm reading your writing and the government. Well, I've got to close up, Mrs. Bradley. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. What's the matter, Mrs. Bradley?
Oh, I was just thinking. You know, Mel, Bobby and I are alone, and for the past few years we haven't had any Santa Claus come down our chimney. Well, it's gotten so that Bobby doesn't believe there is a Santa Claus.
Oh, gosh, that's one of the worst things I know, a kid not believing in Santa Claus. Well, I've got to go, Mrs. Bradley.
Mel, I was just thinking that if you don't have anything important to do tonight, maybe you'd play Santa Claus for my Bobby.
Me play Santa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Mrs. Bradley, I've got a very important... No. I don't have anything to do, anyway, not anything that's more important than making a kid believe in Santa Claus. I'll come down that chimney tonight. Oh, Zuki.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, Mel. Oh, hello, Mrs.
Bradley.
Thanks.
Now, look, Zuki, I want you to go over to Betty's house and tell her I'm sick.
But, Mel, what can he say is wrong with you?
Anything. Tell Betty I was bitten by a streptococcus. No, she just saw me. Oh, I know. Tell her I'm in the hospital. I tried to mail a package at the last minute. Mrs. Bradley, tonight I'm going to convince your son that there is a Santa Claus. Now, hurry up, Zuki.
Oh, thanks, Mel.
Oh, leave it to me, Mel. Hi-yo, Sophia. Hi-yo, Sophia.
Hi-yo, Blitzen.
Oh, hello there, Zuki. Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Come on in, Zookie. Well, how do you like me in my new dress, Zookie?
Cute. Hey, everybody, you want to hear me sing a Christmas carol?
Why, yes, Zuki. Go right ahead.
Oh, okay. In my merry Oldsmobile, in my merry Oldsmobile, in my merry Oldsmobile, in my merry Oldsmobile, with a one-horse open sleigh.
Hey, Zuki. Where's Mel Blanc?
Oh, that's what I came to tell you. He can't come. He's got the moon in the moon. He's got the he's got chicken. He can't make up his mind what he's got.
I don't know. Sounds very fishy to me. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a date with another girl.
He has. I mean,
You mean he went out with another girl? Zookie, who is she?
well, he's I mean, there isn't any. He ain't going out with you. No. And besides, I promised not to tell.
Then he is going out with another girl.
You see? What did I tell you, Mr. Colby?
Betty, I told you that Mel Blanc's a scoundrel. Boy, I'm going to break every bone in his body.
Mel is in a terrible state. He's doing somebody a first aid. Betty thinks he's doing something. Let's sing Christmas carols. Hear my merry old
Colgate tooth powder, keep smiling just right. Use it each morning and use it each night. So take a chance with your old mind. Use Colgate tooth powder.
No kisses for you neath the mistletoe? Perhaps the breath of trouble scared off your beau. It's just too bad when that breath of trouble, unpleasing breath, catches up with a person. For it marks them down socially. So be on your guard. Do this. Brush your teeth night and morning and before every date with Colgate tooth powder. For Colgate tooth powder cleans your breath as it cleans your teeth. Yes, scientific tests have definitely proved that in 7 cases out of 10, Colgate tooth powder instantly stops unpleasing breath that originates in the mouth. What's more, no dentifrice at any price cleans your teeth more quickly and thoroughly than Colgate tooth powder. Remember to buy it first thing. And remember the name, Colgate tooth powder, with the accent on powder.
Don't take a chance with your romance. Use Colgate tooth powder.
And now Mel Blanc joins the Sportsman and Victor Miller in a holiday arrangement of Jingle Bells.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go.
Oh, goodbye.
Laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring.
Clang, clang.
Making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
What fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Jingle, jingle, little bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle, jingle, little bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride, ride, ride on open sleigh.
Well, Mel is in a jam again. His girl Betty thinks he's out with another girl. But actually, Mel has promised Willow Bradley he would play Santa Claus for her little son tonight. But no matter how much trouble he has, the wonderful thing about Mel is that he can always concentrate on his duties in the fix-it shop. Right now, his brilliant mind tackles the difficult problem of repairing a priceless violin left by a customer.
Gosh, why did I ever promise Mrs. Bradley I'd go to her house?
With skilled fingers and expert eye, he delicately tunes the sensitive instrument.
Well, I'm glad I did. The most important thing I could do is make a child believe in Santa Claus.
And now, having completed the masterful repairs, he gently places the rare violin under his chin, raises the precious bow, and draws it across the muted string.
Nothing like classical music. Gee, I gotta run over to Mrs. Bradley's. I'll try to call Betty once more.
Hello?
Hello, can I speak to Betty?
Listen, Blank, how many times must I tell you Betty doesn't want any part of you?
But Willie!
All right, Willie, I'll talk to him. So you are going out with another girl. Now, Blank, I never want to see you again. And furthermore, I wouldn't marry you
Oh, Betty, you can't mean that. You were going to be the mother of my children.
Well, it's too late.
Well, I don't mind about myself, Betty, but what am I going to tell all those kids? Betty, if you don't give me a chance to explain, I'll drown myself. I'll go right out and throw myself in the reservoir.
I don't care.
Betty, do you realize you have to drink that water?
You have nothing more to say to me, Mel Blanc. Goodbye.
Oh, who has time for petty arguments? I gotta go. Got a big job to do today. Uh-oh, here comes Mr. Cushing, my lodge president.
Hello, Mel.
Greetings, mighty potentate. Ugga-boo, ugga. Well, what's the matter, mighty potentate? You're not looking so well.
Well, Mel, I woke up this morning on my left side.
Oh, what's so bad about that?
That's the side that faces my wife. Every morning I get up and there she is, yawning with her mouth wide open. I tell you, Mel, it's like living in the Rose Bowl.
Oh, I don't know, mighty potentate. You can find beauty in every person if you only dig deep enough.
Mel, I have no room in my garage for a steam shovel. And now she's got that new mine detector in the house.
Mine detector?
Yeah. Every time I put my hand in a purse for some extra cash, she yells, "Stop, that's mine." What a woman, if you'll pardon the expression. But I don't know why I'm telling you all this. It's just that I've got no one to talk to. Well, so long, Mel. I suppose I'll see you at Colby's party.
Well, I'm not going there, mighty potentate. I promised to play Santa Claus for Widow Bradley's boy, Bobby.
Well, that's a noble gesture, my boy. Well, I can't stop to talk now, Mel. I got to go to Colby's, and I have to get a substitute present for my wife.
Oh, but you told me you got her one last week.
Oh, I did. I had it all Christmas wrapped. I tied a red bow on it, put a do not open till Xmas sticker on it, and I hid it under her bed.
Well, don't tell me she opened it before Christmas.
Yeah. During the night, she heard the darn thing ticking. Well, come on, Mel.
Goodbye, mighty potentate. A merry boo and a happy new ugga to you. Well, I got to get a Santa Claus suit and go to Mrs. Bradley's now. I never thought it would get me in so much trouble, but it's worth it if I make that kid believe in Santa Claus.
Gosh, Mom, let's go to sleep. It's 9:30 already.
Let's not be so hasty, Bobby. What would you say if a man came down the chimney?
I'd say, look, Mom, a burglar. Well, I'm going upstairs anyway. I'm tired. Night, Mom. Merry Christmas.
Oh, just a moment, Bobby. I think
Whoa, Dancer! Whoa, Dancer! What's that first step? Missed that first step. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Bobby!
Hey, Mom, look. What is it?
that's Santa Claus, Bobby.
That's right, my boy. It just came from my igloo.
Igloo? What's that?
A Quonset hut made out of ice cubes. Oh, it was cold and barren, but I was lucky to get it. It was formerly owned by a veteran.
Mommy, he really is Santa Claus.
I told you, Bobby, there really is a Santa Claus.
Only one? Why, there are hundreds all over the world. In fact, I just came from the Santa Claus Convention at the North Pole.
A Santa Claus convention?
Yes? You should have heard the Scandinavian Santa Claus. He said, "I open him and every go to make all the little girls and boys very happy. So a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Smorgasbord." Then the Santa Claus from Scotland got up and he said, "How I ever become a Santa Claus, I'll never know. All I do is give things away. It ain't like me." Then the fellow from Italy got up.
They have a Santa Claus in Italy, too?
Sure, Giuseppe Claus. He got up and he said, "I got to do worst the job of all. It's a breaking on my back to carry this stuff. Every house I got to pay in the bambino. I got to put on a more help. Either that or my sledder, she's got to have a trailer." And the Brazilian Santa Claus said to the convention, "I hope you all have a very good Christmas and a happy New Year. We're going to make all the kiddies very happy because our slogan is, South America, give it away." And then the convention was closed by the Russian delegate, and he sang, Slavonia Christmas!
Daddy, do you have any toys for me?
Oh, Bobby, we mustn't ask for everything. You have your old toys. It isn't necessary for Santa to bring new ones.
Oh, that's quite all right, Mrs. Bradley. I've plenty of toys for Bobby.
You have?
Why, sure. I'll take them out of my bag. Here's roller skates, a water pistol, a chemical set, and a hockey stick.
Now, let's see now. Yep, $11 worth.
Mom, we've got everything this Christmas.
Yes, Bobby, thank you, Santa. I wish we could have a big party for you, Santa.
Oh, that's quite all right. We're having a great party right here. Let's sing, huh? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride.
I wonder what Betty's doing right now.
Well, hello. Hello, Bobby. Merry Christmas.
Mr. Cushing and Mr. Colby and... Betty.
Mel, darling, why didn't you tell us Mr. Cushing explained everything?
That's right, Mel, and I feel good. I almost feel good enough to go home and kiss my wife. Blindfolded, of course.
Well, my boy, you've done a wonderful thing. You wouldn't come to our party till we brought the party to you. Oh, and here's some gifts for Bobby. Douglas Brown, didn't you have something?
Oh, yeah. Here, Bobby, my boy. 100 of them, and each one good for a soda.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Brown. A box of straws.
Oh, this is so wonderful. Everybody's here. The mayor, the chief of police. Hey, where's Willie Murdoch?
That troublemaker. I fired him. What's more, I was going to break every bone in his body.
On Christmas, Mr. Colby?
Well, I thought of that, Mel, so I just broke every other bone.
Gosh, Betty, that was a wonderful party, wasn't it?
You were wonderful, Mel. This is the best Christmas I've ever had.
Yeah, except for one thing. You got me a gift, and I haven't got a present for you.
Oh, that's all right, darling. I know what you did with the money. And I'm going to give you a hug for the hockey sticks, for the water pistol, for the chemical set, and 2 hugs for the roller skates.
Why didn't I get Bobby that bag of jelly beans? Oh, wait a minute, Betty. I do have a Christmas present for you.
You do? What is it?
Come closer.
Oh, Mel. Everybody's looking and listening.
Listening? Where?
Can't you see the microphone here?
Oh, gosh. You can't do a thing around here without millions of people listening in. Well, we hope you keep on because we love it. Good night, folks, and a very Merry Christmas to you all.
Use Colgate tooth powder, keep smiling just right. Use it each morning and use it each night. Don't take a chance with your romance. Use Colgate tooth powder.
If you're looking for romance, be very sure that no little breath of trouble, unpleasing breath, will come between you and your heart's desire. Just do this. Brush your teeth night and morning and before every date with Colgate tooth powder. For Colgate tooth powder cleans your breath as it cleans your teeth. Yes, night and morning and before every date. Yes, scientific tests have definitely proved that in 7 cases out of 10, Colgate tooth powder instantly stops unpleasing breath that originates in the mouth. As for cleaning, no dentifrice at any price will clean your teeth more quickly and thoroughly than Colgate tooth powder. Remember the name Colgate tooth powder with the accent on powder.
Don't take a chance with your romance. Use Colgate tooth
This is Bud Heaston reminding you that Colgate tooth powder for a breath that's sweet and teeth that sparkle brings you the Mel Blanc Show every Tuesday at this time. Be sure to join us again next Tuesday night for more fun with Mel and the people you'll meet in Mel Blanc's Fix-It Shop.
Say hello to Halo Shampoo for naturally bright and beautiful hair. Remember, even finest soaps and soap shampoos hide the natural luster of your hair with dulling soap film. But Halo Shampoo contains no soap, therefore leaves no dulling soap film. Even in the hardest water, Halo makes oceans of rich, fragrant lather. Quickly banishes loose dandruff and dirt. Halo needs no lemon or vinegar rinse. Say hello to Halo and goodbye to dulling soap film. Get Halo shampoo at any cosmetic counter.
Mel Blanc Show is written by Mac Benoff. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Okay, that should wrap it up for today, my friends. And I hope you had a good time. And thank you for this trip through me and my maze of a mind. It's filled with TV shows, movies, audio dramas, and many other forms of entertainment. Thank you again for stopping by, and as per usual, my den is always open to those in need of a break from the crazy. There are many other shows I'd like to share that are not holiday themed, but seeing as how that's where we find ourselves right now, let's just enjoy it. Remember, be kind to each other out there. We have one planet, so let's at least try and be civil. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a good day, night, or afternoon. Well, as long as you have a good something. And with that being said, goodbye, you awesome bipeds, quadrupeds, and the occasional dinosaurs.